Okay, welcome in to another Q&A live stream. I'm sitting there watching George behind me, uncontrollably laughing. I don't know what the hell's going on behind me or in front of me, but I don't know whether to look at the camera or look at him. It's kind of hard because he's not making it easy at all. I'm just letting you know. No, but tonight I'm going to be reviewing day 1 of 2 of our Epcot day because we only did World Showcase. So we did what?
World Celebration.
Oh, World Celebration. My fault. World Celebration. And we went on Guardians Test Track. We tried to go on Figment, and Figment laughed at George, so it broke down. Let's see. We went on, what was it?
The Seas with Nemo and Friends.
The Seas and Nemo and Friends.
Living with the Land.
Living with the Land, which basically is my grocery store. So keep going.
And Spaceship Earth.
Oh, that's right. Spaceship Earth. Interesting. And we ate at Space 220, which I have a very funny story about that one. Oh, it's going to be good. Because George was looking at me the entire time, and then when it happened, he's like, I didn't realize you had it.
And just so you know, folks, after Conductor tells the story, once I drop my video, you will visualize to see the story of what he's talking about.
Oh, 150,000%. Because I made it Oscar gold on his video. Oh my gosh. Okay. Peter for the first comment. Peter, you're amazing. Can't wait to go to Paris with you as long as we don't get arrested because of George. He says thoughts on Cosmic Rewind. Okay. My thoughts. The queue, fantastic. Amazing, detailed, show elements all over the place, scaled models. But once we got on the ride itself, it's something I've never, ever, ever, and I mean ever ridden on. It was definitely an experience that I can't wait to see with Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, because basically Cosmic Rewind and Velocicoaster had a baby, and that's what Hollywood Drift's going to be. That same concept. So that should be quite interesting. So to answer probably another question you probably have, I would definitely ride it again. I could promise you that.
I just literally had a blonde moment. I turned on my phone and it says right here, theme park conductor's going live. I went, oh, conductor's live.
I'm sitting 2 feet away from you. Oh my god. Oh my god. George is.
I had a blonde moment.
Yeah, George is losing it.
Yes, I think I lost it.
Oh, you've beyond lost it. And we're supposed to go to Magic Kingdom tomorrow. Oh, God help us all, including Mickey himself. Did you guys, this is from Peter, did you guys ride Ratatouille? No, we're doing Ratatouille in 2 days because we're going to do the second Epcot day with the Flower and Garden.
And Ratatouille was down literally from open to close. They actually had the vice president of Epcot release a message on the app, which I've never seen before, actually apologizing to all guests. So whatever the technical issue was, I guess they knew ahead of time that the ride was going to be down the entire day.
Interesting. Okay, Peter asked about Frozen. Well, we didn't go on Frozen. That's going to be 2 days from now for day 2 of Epcot. So Peter, definitely save all these questions because we did not get past World Celebration.
Yeah. So yeah, like everything from like what I still call the future world, that's where we cut off, and then everything that's in the World Showcase we're hitting in 2 days.
Yeah, so everything in the World Showcase, Ratatouille, Frozen, the pavilions, we didn't hit today, so we're going to do that on the second day. So Peter, if it looks like I'm skipping your comments, it's not out of disrespect. It's just we didn't hit it today, so that's all. What's up, David? Good to see David. Any cool merch from Epcot? Oh, okay. So I got two items. I'm glad you asked, Peter. That's a question I can't answer. So I got this magic band that exclusively represents Epcot. The reason I had to get this, I had a Darth Vader one from Disneyland, and for whatever stupid reason, it would not sync up to my app, so I can link it to my Walt Disney World ticket. Um, so I went to guest relations. Very nice gentleman. His name was David. He actually filled out a report and took my old one and gave me a credit for $59 on a gift card to get a new Magic Band. And I figured, well, since I'm getting a new Magic Band anyway, I might as well have something that represents Walt Disney World. And I found Epcot, one of the best unique parks in the world. So this is one item I found. And then as we're leaving Epcot, because I like this character a lot. He's kind of in our Phantasmic a little bit. I don't know about the one at Hollywood Studios, but I had to get Steamboat Willie on a keychain. I had to get him. He's one of my favorite characters. Him and Oswald, and of course Mickey Mouse. You can't not like Mickey Mouse, but Oswald right here, total nostalgia. I love him. So that's the cool merch I got from Epcot. Tommy Toon World, I'm sure he's going to debut some pictures at some point on his social media. He got a bunch of Epcot merch too. So definitely with the flower and garden and all that fun stuff. But that's what I got. Welcome in, John. Good to see you. Welcome in, Francisco. Let's see. George in his silly shorts or silky shorts. No, he's not. I don't know what you're. That's Pete.
Who's asking?
That's Peter.
Oh, am I in my silky shorts?
Nope.
Nope, not in my silky shorts. Actually, I am going to change into my silky shorts.
Oh Jesus!
I have gray and red ones.
Oh my God! Dear God! So not yet. They should tear that Frozen ride down. That's what John said.
Really?
Interesting.
John, let me ask you if you could put in the comments. Are you saying that because you feel like that Frozen deserves something more, like of how all these other parks are getting like full Arendelle, and we're only subdued to a ride that's in a pavilion?
Hey, but that's all right, because you know why? If we got the World of Arendelle and Disneyland, I'd be okay with that.
Arendelle, I have a funny feeling, is going to come to Anaheim.
Yeah, I do too. He said put in a badass Viking ride.
We had one. It was called Maelstrom. That's actually what replaced. That's what got replaced. That Frozen replaced was called Maelstrom.
Oh, lovely. That's probably why he wants it out.
And that was a good ride. I have to say, that was a very good ride.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Peter says living with the land is the best, though. Yeah, it's my grocery store. You must have not heard me. It is my grocery store. No, but in all seriousness, though, it was cool to learn the education of that attraction. It's cool that they cross-utilize that attraction. They grow fruit, vegetables for all the Walt Disney parks and resorts and hotels and restaurants and quick service locations. So I don't think that attraction is going anywhere. The fact that they have an attraction that basically you can ride and they're growing their own food, it's perfect. It's literally perfect. You can't get any more perfect than that, because you're using an attraction to kind of cross utilize it. I love that. John says thoughts on the Japanese architecture and the. So we did not hit World Showcase. We only did World Celebration. That's it. We're going to do World Showcase the day after tomorrow, because that will be our second Epcot day. Tomorrow, we will be doing Magic Kingdom. The only bad part about that is I will not be doing a live tomorrow night. So it will be the day after tomorrow, kind of similar around this time. It'll be a longer live. The only reason being is because I'm going to be covering Magic Kingdom and the second Epcot day, which more than likely I'll probably have George on because me and him can probably answer a lot more questions. So that will be in 2 days. So I will not have a live tomorrow because by the time we get back to the hotel where we're staying at, it's going to be like midnight. I don't think I can survive that one trying to do it live. I wish I could, but I have my limits. Animaniac says, "What was it the best day ever?" Um, so far, Epcot has been absolutely fantastic, but we've only seen a small fraction of that park. So once I see World Celebration, I can answer that question a lot better. But from what I've seen, it looked beautiful. There was not one bad spot besides Figment throwing a hissy fit with George. That's why it broke. But besides that, it was just absolutely beautiful. Um, oh, and by the way, we did the Coca-Cola freestyle thing,
Oh gosh.
and there's one drink or one version of Coca-Cola or a Coca-Cola product, let's put it that way, and it was from China. And I'll tell you right now, I could literally go to the grocery store, buy a bottle of barbecue sauce, open it up, and start drinking it. That's what it tasted like to me. It was disgusting, and I will not get that ever again. Tommy loved it. I didn't like it. And George is doing a photo op against a wall. I don't know what's going on, but
Oh, it's for the documentation for our cruise.
oh, I know.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm still enjoying the view.
You're just I'm looking good right now. This light is like shining over my hair.
Oh Jesus. Oh, good Lord. Peter says it better not be George flashing the camera on Cosmic Rewind. Oh, believe me, it's not. It's not. At least as far as I know, it's not. Oh my God. John said, would you be in favor of them building a Russian pavilion and a new Japanese pavilion that utilizes their previous renderings? I'm in favor of it.
Well, here's the thing with that. They were going to do a Russian pavilion back in the 80s. They actually had concept art with it, but I think just with world conflict, I guess you could call it, they thought at the time then it wasn't a good idea to do a Russian pavilion. And honestly, I think even more now today.
Yeah. I think personally, if they did build one, sorry if you guys are hearing rumbling, not you guys, but them in the chat. I was moving the mic around. I think if they built a Russian pavilion, it would have Big Red as an attraction, that giant fox. They would have an attraction after him, I think.
They were actually supposed to have a mountain roller coaster in there from Fiji.
I know of that, and then that got annexed.
I really wish that would have happened.
Yeah, that thing would have been massive, though. Like, I mean, Matterhorn times almost 2.
Basically, yeah, once they canceled Mount Fiji, that's when they decided to do Everest at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, that makes sense. Peter says Cosmic Rewind is my personal favorite at Epcot. I rode it 4 times last time. No, Guardians is fantastic. The show building is humongous. Oh my God. That's what scares me about the Toy Story parking lot. Yeah, it's 75 acres, but when you have buildings like Cosmic Rewind, that takes up a massive footprint. But no, it was fantastic, though. Let's see. John said, will you attempt the Round the World Challenge on the last day? George, enlighten me. What the hell is that?
Around the world. So drinking around the world. So you either start in Mexico and end in Canada, or vice versa. You start in Canada, go to Mexico. You take a drink from each country. So basically, you're taking 11 shots.
I don't think I can handle 1 shot, unlike 11. Hell no. That one I will decline. especially after I had to drink liquid barbecue sauce.
Or you could do beer, but it's basically the challenge is you would have to finish the whole beer.
Do I at least get a medal or something?
You think technically because it's unofficial, you would think that would be really cool that if you do complete it, Disney were to give you, but I guess they don't because then it's encouraging alcoholism.
Then why even put in the brochures? Oh yeah, you could drink around the world and get drunk and black out, and God knows you'd probably be swimming with the dolphins, or I don't know, or something. Maybe some of the fish in the Nemo aquarium area. You probably would, because you probably wouldn't even remember where you're at. Oh my God, here we go. Chris West says, most importantly, did you have the Beverly? Yeah, it was disgusting, just like the barbecue sauce drink. It was horrendous.
The Beverly tastes to me like if someone were to crush up a pill.
Either that or it tastes like cough syrup.
And they would liquefy it. It is very bitter.
I kid you not, Chris, when George drank that and I saw his facial expression, it looked like one of those sour warheads. And then he's all like, I know of this drink for years. I don't know why I keep torturing myself. And I kind of look at my camera and I look back at him. I'm like, if you know about it, why you keep doing it? He's like, I don't know. I like torturing myself. Okay, well, you answered your question. Oh my God. Peter asked the same thing. Yeah, the Beverly and that China drink were disgusting as hell. So, no, thank you. Hudson said, did George film you and your reaction arriving your first time at Epcot? We want to see that for every park. Yes, he's been doing that consistently and on every single attraction. But George had a little hiccup this morning. He became Abby for a minute. Literally, quite literally, with the fingerprint scanner.
Oh, yeah. We had a little bit of an issue. Well, tomorrow we'll see if it's still an issue because apparently that Abby's fingerprint is on my identity. So we'll see. I've never dealt with anything like that, so we'll have to deal with that tomorrow morning.
Let's just say this. I'm gonna leave it at PG. He was not happy with the cast member that came over. Let's put it that way. He was not happy. Oh my God.
She could have fixed it right there and then. She refused to.
Well, because she saw you're Italian, that's why.
Yeah, because she saw that I was challenging her. She didn't like it.
Hey, they don't call it Epcot for nothing. Literally.
Oh, which, by the way, when we, on the Holo Gelato vlog, I am recording part of the pre-show for Guardians of the Galaxy, and I end up saying something, and I'm not going to say what it is, but I end up getting the whole room laughing.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm not going to say what it is.
Oh
but
yeah.
When the Epcot vlog drops, you'll see what that is.
I will tell you this. I'm not going to say what it is either. I was laughing. I was literally laughing. I was dying. I'm like, I cannot believe he just said that, and everyone started laughing. Like, I'm not even kidding. He generated an audience in the middle of a dark scene. Oh my God, it was wild. Ryan says, hopefully the silly shorts are better than a banana hammock. You have silly shorts?
Case, yeah. The silky shorts
are silky shorts.
Yeah, are way better than a banana hammock.
I don't know what the hell that is, but it sounds not right.
Have you seen the movie Bruno with Sacha Baron Cohen?
No.
Have you seen Borat?
Yes.
Okay. So you know when he has those big overalls, but there's nothing covering it, it's just holding there?
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
I already got it.
So it's like that, but without the overalls.
Tommy talks about PTSD at Epic Universe with frickin' delays with rides. That would give me PTSD. Good God. John said, no Frozen doesn't deserve any more, especially not in Disneyland. I don't want to see them do one more repeated ride. It just waters down for me.
So, John, are you saying that you want Disney to let it go?
I don't know what the hell I want. I want Westcott. I'm with Chris and everyone else. I want freaking Westcott. Give us Westcott, and then if you want to see me get drunk, then I'll get drunk. Then, how about that?
Westcott.
At Westcott, with the big giant 250-foot spear that looks like a middle finger flipping people off, especially from people from the air. So that's what I want, instead of a big giant golf ball that we have out here currently in Orlando. Jesus. Animaniac said, I respectfully don't want Arendelle at Disneyland. We don't have the space.
Well, if you want to elaborate on Bicky.
Beck?
Okay, yeah, I know. I give you shit all the time, so I'll let you do it. Go ahead.
No, I'm going to save it for later. I'm going to
stick it in your pocket.
I'm going to savor it.
Elaborate on Bricky's theory.
Oh my God. Okay, so Bricky did a video a long time ago. I think it was on Hey Bricky, actually. I don't know if it was. It was on Hey Bricky, and he mapped it out. He said if we were going to get the World at Arendelle, it would actually go in the Lilo and Stitch parking lot, which is currently the Downtown Disney parking lot. So he mapped it out, he laid it out, and currently it would fit perfect there. So we do have room. It's just, will we get it or not? I don't know. That's questionable. But I understand Animaniac. I do understand. Chris West said, how did it feel being back in the Disney atmosphere compared to Universal atmosphere? Good question. Universal out here, I'm going to tell you something. Universal out here, I didn't really honestly feel like there were too many kids. Like there was, but there wasn't. Disney first day Epcot, crying kids, and it literally took me about 5 seconds to just say, if it was up to me, I'll leave my kids home. I'll take my wife, and let's go party at Epcot. That's how I leave that. Universal, I didn't have that problem. At least I didn't think I had that problem, but who knows? Let's see. Giant Peter says, even though I know you guys are going to do World Showcase for the second day, I would still say given Cosmic Rewind another ride-in. We're going to try. We're going to try to do our best on that. How did you like the Disney security? Disney security, just like Universal security, so much better out here. Why? I don't know. But I do have to give credit where credit's due. The Disneyland security has gotten a lot better. Universal, with that third-party company they use, horrible in Hollywood. Absolutely horrible. They're terrible. Not the personnel, just the fact that they're using that instead of just having their own security. Animaniac says, as a new visitor, what did you think of Communicore, having not seen that land before? Okay, so I can officially confirm, because I walked in there. Tommy didn't walk in there. George has been in there, I'm pretty sure. But I actually physically walked in there because I split off from the group because they were having lunch. I wasn't hungry, so I went looking around, just, World Celebration. And I walked in there, and I can confirm what everyone else has been confirming ever since that got remodeled and reopened. It definitely gives off the vibes of like a business center, and basically you could throw decor and decorations in there, and that's what it's used for. So that's why I thought of community core. Um, yeah, it wasn't special, unfortunately, not in my opinion. Giant Peter says, I love the Beverly and the China drink. Really? You like it? Oh, God. I'm sorry, Peter. I personally don't like it. And I'm sorry. I know that might bug you. I know it, it doesn't bug Tommy, but he loves it. I don't care for it. He doesn't like the Beverly, but he likes the China drink, which is that barbecue. Yeah, I can't drink that. No. There was a Minute Maid kind of looking apple juice. I really liked that one, but that was it. That was from, oh my God, what was that from? Not China. It was one of the Asian countries, and I can't think of it, but that was really good, actually. Let's see. John said Josh should take the risk and build it anyways. Are you meaning Arendelle at Disneyland? If that's what you're meaning, just put it in the comments and I'll get to it. Let me see. Hudson said, Conductor, you've got some comedic chops. I do. I do. I try to keep it PG, sometimes PG-13, but sometimes I could go completely off the rails, quite literally. Let's see. Giant Peter's Adventure. But for Toy Story parking lot, it would just be a front facade in the back of whatever land. Yeah, more than likely. Peter says, I'm still the number one fan of the Beverly. I'm glad you are, because George doesn't like it. I don't like it. Tommy, I don't know what his opinion is. I can't speak for him, but I didn't like it personally. Beverly and that barbecue one they could keep all day long because I can't drink that. John says, what were your thoughts on the fish/sandwich shaped statue? Fish? Did we see that, Abby? The fish/sandwich shaped statue. Where the hell would that be at?
I don't know what that one is.
I don't know where that is either.
We got this, George. Maybe he knows.
Yeah, George knows everything. That's why he needs to be on Disney trivia. Peter says, as I always say, my tradition is before every ride on Cosmic Rewind, I need to take multiple shots of the Beverly. Oh, God. I couldn't even take half a sip. God, no. Chris West says, congratulations, you went through the rite of passage having a Beverly. Yeah, I did go through the rite of passage, and I literally felt like I was drinking either NyQuil or, like George said, chopped up powdered pills. Literally. It was not pleasant. John says, were the lights around the statue and planter working? I'm not 100%. If you're talking about Spaceship Earth, like the building, the giant golf ball, then they were working. Let's see. Peter says, welcome to Team Beverly. Oh, geez. Here we go. Giant Peter said, did you see the Walt statue merch? I didn't see the merch, but I will tell you, I sat next to Walt himself, looking out at World Celebration. That was a life-changing experience. I could promise you that. I have the pictures on X and I think Instagram, but definitely X. Let's see. Animaniac says, have you noticed differences in customer service between Walt Disney World and Disneyland? I have. Just kind of like the same thing with Universal out here compared to Universal in Hollywood. Two different experiences. And I will tell you right now, I think the experience factor, I think they're better equipped out here in Orlando because there is such a massive footprint to both resorts, not just Walt Disney World, but Universal Orlando. So I think they overstaff areas. So that way the guests feel, especially the tourism guests, but even locals feel like they're appreciated. So a lot of the cast members' attitude towards people is very pleasant out here compared to Disneyland, where it could get a little tense and a little negative and a little rough, and that has nothing to do with any of the cast members. It's just the mere fact that it's the mere fact that the pay, they're not getting enough pay out there, and there's so many regulations with California. That's why I am trying to make the move in 5 years. That's my goal, 5 years from this point going forward, that I'm going to be hopefully living in Orlando, because I cannot stand California anymore. I can't. Just overall, the prices are getting insane. They want to charge. They're not getting enough for gas tax because they forced electric vehicles on everybody. So their newest idea is to charge for your mileage every year and tax that. And then just prices of everything is just an astronomical. Like, I was talking to a few cast members today at Epcot, and they said, you know, what's crazy is you can literally sell your house in California for, let's say, 1.1 million if it's worth that. And you could literally buy a mega mansion out here in Florida, in Orlando, and still have money left over, and to buy a second property and turn it into a rental. That's how much money your money goes from California to here in Florida. So I'm definitely wanting to move out here. Chris West said, how did you like going inside the giant golf ball? Do you think the ride needs an upgrade? Okay, so wonderful question. It was interesting going into the golf ball. I will tell you this. The ride does need some updating. Like, I mean, with, the track itself. Because I could tell you there were parts when we're kind of going uphill towards the top, it was making really bad screeching sounds. So that needs to be addressed. But besides that, the other thing too is people sitting on the left side of the ride vehicle, the camera wasn't picking them up. So at least two things I would update and fix on that ride. But it was fantastic. I literally felt like I went back to school. It was awesome. Giant Peter says, did you think the Phenicons? No, I did not. I don't know who they are, but I didn't thank them. As far as I know, I didn't. John said, so far, does the first part of Epcot beat any Universal parks? I don't think it beats them. I think it gives them a run for their money, though. I could tell you that. Cody Anderson says, just curious, does George get Italian food most days? Well, it's funny you mention that, because him and Abby went to the food court when we got back, and George did get Italian food. So yeah, it's quite often, and I love him for it. John says, I saw Hoppers today. I'm proud to announce that it was the first movie I've seen from Disney that was 100% kid safe, meaning you could sit your kid down and walk away. Great movie. I've heard it's a great movie. I might have to go see it myself. Let's see. John says they left it open for another movie too. Oh, that's interesting. Good to know. John says it's been a while since Disney didn't put garbage in the movie, and it was just nice to not see anything forced themes and whatnot. No, absolutely. Cody Anderson said Josh needs to build Westcott. Even DCA feels kind of crowded lately, and it doesn't have the new rides yet. No, 100% agree. 100% agree, Cody. Rudio1 says, at Giant Peter's Adventure has overall bad taste, and I think his taste buds are shot. And they're pretty close. You are on the right side of history. Thank you, Rudio. Appreciate it. Tyler says, first time viewer. Welcome in, Tyler. I'm glad you're joining. I feel Walt Disney World is lacking in late night entertainment. Where would you make a central location? Okay, I just want to make sure I was reading that right. Where would you make a central location for hours 9 p.m. to 4 a.m.? Disney Springs, Coronado Springs, or somewhere else? I haven't visited those two locations, Tyler, but I'm going to put my money on Disney Springs. That's where I'm going to put it. George, maybe you can.
What's the question?
So, Tyler joined us, first time viewer.
Oh, welcome in, Tyler.
He says, okay, first time viewer. I feel Walt Disney World is lacking in late night entertainment. Where would you make a central location for hours 9 p.m. to 4 a.m.? Disney Springs, Coronado Springs, or somewhere else?
Probably, I would say, because I heard you say more so because when it was Downtown Disney, there was an adults-only section, which was called Pleasure Island.
Yeah.
And they had nightclubs, you could party to, into the wee hours. And they celebrated, and this may sound weird, they celebrated New Year's every night. So they count down like New Year's, so that way it just gave an excuse for everyone to party and dance and have fun. So I would say Disney Springs. Also, too, they kind of beta test a little bit where they did a drone show.
Really?
At Disney Springs. It was for a limited time, and unfortunately, I was down here when they were beta testing it, and
nice.
I didn't get a chance to actually see it in person, unfortunately.
Oh, jeez.
Because they canceled it the night that I was going to Disney Springs. Go figure.
Figures.
But from what I've seen on social media and photos and videos on YouTube, it looked great. And honestly, I think they should have a permanent drone show in Disney Springs. It doesn't have to be big and elaborate, because I'm for sure they are going to come to the theme parks.
Sure.
But incorporate Disney Springs into that nighttime entertainment.
100%. And Tyler, thank you for that question. I deeply appreciate it. And thank you for joining, by the way. Chris West says, as they say, Walt taking. Of course, Chris says that. I gotta read it all. I have to read it. Okay. As they say, Walt taking a dump statue. I'm not going to answer that, but it is kind of funny because it did look like it.
A lot of people do, like they, in the picture that they have him. Yeah.
It did kind of look like it, but I'm going to leave it there because I don't want to insult his memory, because I don't know if he would want that statue like that, but that's besides the point. J.S. Ardone, welcome in. I think you have a true late night experience into the 4 a.m. hour. You would break the attendance cycle that the parks depend on. Tired guests not entering till noon. So I think if they did bring back something like a Pleasure Island to Disney Springs, I think that I would be okay with that.
I would kind of be okay with it too, because I think it would maybe entice more adults that maybe don't have kids or aren't bringing their families. It gives them something to do.
Or just like a date night, girlfriend, boyfriend.
Yeah, because what they had at Pleasure Island wasn't even just clubs too. They also had the Comedy Warehouse.
Oh, wow.
They had the Adventures Club.
Oh, geez.
So, I mean, there was a lot of theming to this as well. And as I said, it was circa 1990s, mind you, but I mean, like, maybe they could just update something to maybe incorporate where maybe they're maybe not. And I do see your point, Jay Sardone. Maybe not do something like to 4 a.m., but maybe go to maybe like 1 or
2 top.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I definitely hear you. So, great question, by the way. Great question. Animaniac said, I just don't want Frozen. Hot take, but IID even allow Frozen IP in Matterhorn if it means we don't use land for a Frozen. Interesting. Because we actually talked about that a while back in one of our live streams. Oh my gosh. Ryan's on the meme now.
There we go.
Squatty Potty Walt.
Quite. Oh my god.
Oh my god, here we go. John says, have you guys had a tomahawk steak yet at any of the parks? And where did you guys eat at Epcot today? So I've had a tomahawk steak, not at a theme park, but I have had one.
I have, but
they're-
not at a theme park.
Yeah,
I have had.
But they're as big as my head and they're huge. Where we ate, okay, I'm glad this question got brought up. We ate at Space 220 and it was pricey. The ambiance was awesome. And I will tell you, we all ordered the filet mignon with Parmesan fries. And there was a little snafu between Tommy and George where they got the wrong steaks. And I even got George's steak, which he basically wanted a steak that was mooing. I wanted mine medium rare. Tommy wanted his medium. And they got all jacked up. And I'm not going to spoil the last part, but yeah, George was not happy. Let me leave it as that. He was not happy with the whole situation. But for their mistake, they did wound up knocking off $30 off our bill
per person.
per person. So they comped $90 worth of expenses.
Well, I mean, at least for theirs, because it was because they had separate checks.
Then they gave us free dessert, so that was interesting. Tommy Toon World, I don't know if he has it uploaded yet, but he has his reaction to the dessert, which is always entertainment to watch and see in person with production because it's hilarious. The dessert I had, which was really good. So overall, very expensive. If it wasn't for the mishap with the dinner, I think it would have been fire, 100%. So the atmosphere is awesome, though. Jay Sardone said your stream is breaking up. By the way, oh really? It might be the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
It might be the Wi-Fi. Hopefully not. We'll see though. Maybe it'll correct itself. Who knows? Ryan said, how did you compare the festival at Epcot to the one? So we're going to do that 2 days from now. Tomorrow we're doing the Magic Kingdom, and then the day after we're going to do the festival. And I'll answer that question that night because I'm not doing a live stream tomorrow night, but I'm doing one after the second Epcot day, probably around this time. Let's see. Jay Sardone says, yeah, 1 or 2 tops. Let's see. John says, have you noticed a difference in cast members between Universal and Disney so far? So I answered this question, but yes, I do see a massive difference. But I'm comparing them to the West Coast parks. I'm not comparing them to each other because to each other out here in Orlando, I think they're the same. They're very friendly, very knowledgeable, very, helpful, just overall awesome people, hardworking people. And I think that has a lot to do with, not having too much responsibility, the workload getting kind of, spread out. So one person's not doing 50 jobs. I think the pay's better out here for them and a couple other things. So personally for me, Universal and Disney out here, if I had to do a comparison, I really can't because they're about the same and they're really awesome. And we got Leaving Today podcast. Always great to see those guys. Can't wait to be on their channel to talk about my experiences from Universal Orlando to Walt Disney World. That's going to be a lot of fun.
What's up, guys?
George says, what's up? John said, I'd rather see a Frozen ride than Frozen. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I read that wrong. I'd rather see a Frozone ride than Frozen.
Oh,
So-
so Incredibles.
So Incredibles.
Hmm.
That'd be interesting. I'll definitely tell you what, it wouldn't be a water ride, but everyone would go on it during the summer because it'd be cold. Leaving Today podcast, they said, I didn't see the beginning of the stream. What did you think of World Showcase?
Well, you guys are like really interested in World Showcase, but I'll let you answer that. But I will say, it'll be a real treat when he does discuss it.
So, Leaving Today podcast and everybody, I will be doing a live stream, not tomorrow night, but the following night. And we are going to talk about that. The only part of Epcot we explored today was World Celebration. But trust me, Udi, Mark, I will talk about it 2 days from now around the same time as we're doing this live stream right now.
And it's a good thing that we decided to do that because of how our schedule went today. There was no way we would have even put a dent in World Showcase. So I'm so glad we only were going to have one day at Epcot.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad we decided to add an extra day to that.
100%. But I will talk about World Showcase when we do it that day and then have the live stream. Because that'll probably be a 2-hour live stream. That's going to be nuts. Because we're going to talk about Magic Kingdom and that. So that's going to be a lot. John says, hey, Mark, I wish I made it for your live stream. They're communicating with Leaving Today's podcast. No worries, Bird. Did you show up, though? I did. Let's see. Hudson said, I like that the parks aren't open too early or late there because I don't get overtired and have more dining and resort time outside the parks.
I've heard a lot of people are actually pleased with
The hours.
The hours.
Yeah. And then they say, hi to you. Leaving Today podcast. Animaniac said, that's interesting because online a lot of fans complain more about Walt Disney World customer service. I didn't get that feeling.
You know what I actually feel like it is? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Tell me if you guys agree in the comments. It seems like the people who are seasoned to Walt Disney World that are used to doing it constantly find that the service is under par. People that go to Disneyland more frequently say the same thing, but then when they cross paths and you have someone who is maybe a newbie for Walt Disney World,
Like myself.
like yourself and Tommy Toon, the customer service is impeccable compared to Disneyland. And then when you have a Walt Disney Worlder that goes to Disneyland, they're like, whoa, this is... So I wonder if it's more so because when you're used to doing something repetitively that you start to kind of
notice.
Yeah.
I can kind of relate to that statement as well. My only thing is, I think just out here, they're like overstaffed in areas, so they don't have to be stressed out. So the customer service is a lot better. Now on the phone, I would agree with you. It doesn't matter what company it is. Being on the phone with customer service sucks. I don't care what company it is. It's not pleasant at all. And the Maniac says, oh no, I'm sorry. I just read that. Cody says, who wants a Frozen land? I don't know. Maybe all of us, maybe none of us, maybe some of us.
It seems like most of you do not want it, so maybe Disney would have to rethink that.
Well, people didn't want freaking Pandora and Animal Kingdom. They built it, and now everyone loves it. So you never know.
Touche.
Leaving Today podcast said, cool. Looking forward to it. About the live stream 2 days from now. John said, did you enjoy the newly refurbished car ride? I forgot the name, Test Track 3.0. Yeah, it was awesome. because I've never rode Test Track. George, on the other hand, has ridden all 3 versions of it. And I will tell you, leaving and going through the exit before you hit the gift shop and seeing all the Chevy cars, all the brand new Chevy cars, like you're at an auto show. A lot of them were priced to the point where you couldn't buy a house. That's how expensive they were. It was crazy. But the people from Chevy were in there, and they're very, very nice. Ryan Turner said, vacationers have a different mindset usually and don't know what's the normal customer service or perceive. I 100% agree with you, Ryan. But from working in customer service relations as my job, working at Costco, I'm not going to say I'm an expert, but I'm not going to say I'm a novice either. So I don't know, because me and George are planning on coming back out to Walt Disney World next summer. Hopefully they'll have Tropical Americas open, and I will probably do this series of live streams like I'm doing for this trip when we're out there. And
I will be too. Like, I think
I'll let you know
that trip. Yeah, I'll be hauling butt too, because that's more of a report.
Yeah,
trip.
100%. Any Maniac says, yeah, it's the regulars and the locals that complain more about Walt Disney World. But I'm sure it's the same thing out in Disneyland. Same thing. But you're not wrong. Ryan said, locals can see the changes, but they also tend to be more likely to try to find something to complain about. I think that's everybody, though, in the customer service industry. Anyone that goes shopping at a mall, store, online, they go into a restaurant, quick service location. I'm not naming names, but people like to complain. That's just a given. I don't care who it is. People love to complain. I don't know if they just need attention for themselves or what the deal is, but hey, more power to you if you do so. Cody says, at least the Avatar land is pretty cool. None of the Frozen lands are mind-blowing. Do you agree with that, George, or kind of, sort of, maybe?
Okay, so I'm kind of like in the middle fence with this, because I feel like the land itself is aesthetically pleasing.
Sure.
It's beautiful. It's like right out of the page of the movie. When it comes to the attractions, I feel like Japan is the only one that really has the substantial attraction.
100%.
Where I feel like with Hong Kong and Paris, they're getting mock-ups of what we have here at Epcot and just place an attraction that already exists into a fully immersive themed land. And then you also have the Wandering Oaken's sleigh coaster, sleigh toboggan coaster, which is like 1 minute and 30 seconds. It's a very short ride. And then they were supposed to get the sleigh ride spinner thing with Sven.
Oh, geez.
That was on the concept art, but they never got it.
Interesting.
So I can kind of see it both ways. I can kind of like meet it in the middle. Aesthetically pleasing as the land, yes. Of what they have to offer, I think they can do a little better and kind of make it up to par. I know they can't do what Japan did because obviously with the contractual agreement with OLC, but maybe do something pretty close to it. And I will agree with you guys that if we get a fully immersive Arendelle land and it takes up the Lilo and Stitch parking lot and the only attraction we get is a West Coast version of what we have out here in Epcot, I wouldn't be too pleased either.
No. And the problem I have with even having the world at Arendelle, when you look at Adventure World, which is in Disneyland Paris, and then you look at, the Japan park. You said it's Japan, right?
Japan.
Yeah, okay. So when you look at those two versions of Arendelle, the problem I have is I like those passport books. Let me see that.
Do you like that?
Let me see that. Oh, that's really cool. I like that. That's really awesome. The problem I have with them is
Are you talking about the two that are kind of like similar?
yeah, but I'm also referring to like if we got that, we wouldn't even get close to those versions. Like for example, we probably wouldn't get a free roaming Olaf because people can't be trusted. We probably won't get half the nice stuff that those two lands have because people love for whatever reason etching their name and carving their name into sides of buildings and tagging stuff. It's just the problem is the domestic United States, they have people don't appreciate things, and that's part of the problem. That's why a lot of times when you see the international parks build stuff, they get all the nice goodies because people respect it a lot more.
Because those countries, I'm sorry, I have to say it, they don't take crap from
No.
anybody.
No, they don't make excuses. But we got 2 more questions we're going to answer, and then I am getting out of here because I am tired.
And we got a long, big day tomorrow. It's the crown jewel.
And I might kill over. I'm just kidding. I'm not. I promise. Maybe, baby.
I'm excited for what is in store for tomorrow to see what you guys think about it. But I do want to take our time still, and that's why we're going to kind of start off early.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't want anybody to keel over.
No, God, no. John asked, all the frozen rides are the same to me. If they would have done something cool with the ice, people, and the trolls, I'd be more receptive to it if they were different.
I can't wait for you to actually go on Frozen Ever After in Epcot, so that way you will have a full insight.
Yeah, definitely. I think all these attractions, once I ride them, once I visit these parks, I'll get a better view of the power struggle that the Disneyland Resort has. I think I'll understand it a lot better. John says that statue I was talking about was the statue that replaced the water fountain. You know what statue he's talking about?
Statue that replaced the water fountain. And John, if you could elaborate a little more, like in what park?
What park, John, is that statue? Probably I'm pretty sure.
Is he referring to the Walt statue that they used to have the water fountain? I think that might be what he was referring to.
Oh.
They used to have the water fountains like literally dancing to music.
He said it's the statue that's in the shape of. What's that say? Here, come here for a second. You don't have to be on camera. Just read this
fine.
last part. That one right there. See that? That statue.
Oh, it's the statue that's in the shape of a coochie.
That's horrible.
It has plants in it.
Give us a couple more hints.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what park is it in? Is it in Epcot?
That's what I want to know.
Why don't I know about this plan of me of all people?
Yeah, Mr. Trivia over here doesn't know. Let's see if John can come up with it. At least tell us what it's next to.
Yeah, I'm trying. It has lights around it. But John, like, where is it located? Okay, it's in Epcot.
Like, is it in the World Celebration area or the World Showcase?
I wonder if it's the one. I think I know what he's talking about. I think I know what he's talking about.
Did we see it today?
We were by it, but we didn't
Okay, so
hone in on it.
You're gonna have to point it out.
Yeah, I have to point it out, and I think I know which one you're talking about, John, because I think it did because they used to have a gigantic fountain where water would come up and they would play music and
Really?
the fountain would dance. So I think they replaced it with this structure with plants in it, and it kind of looks like
What?
yeah.
What the hell?
If it is what I think he is talking about.
Sounds like a cop out to me.
Yeah, you never know.
Sounds like it. I don't know. Oh, wait. Here we go. This is the last question, guys. John says Chapek took out the beautiful waterfall and replaced it with a statue thing. I said it looked like a fish and a sandwich earlier. Yeah, you were in the...
Oh, okay. So yeah. So yeah, that's probably it. The one that I'm thinking of then. Yeah, the thing with Epcot, especially with the World Celebration when they did the Communicore Hall,
Yeah.
which
Looks like a business center.
yeah, I think what happened was it was very ambitious of what they wanted to do with the
I think I remember that found too because I remember seeing pictures of it and people were complaining that it was disappearing. But go ahead.
yeah, and they were going to have like that Central Park, convention thing that got axed. So Epcot really was focused on, but I felt like by the time it was finished, it really kind of went a little backwards in that section and forwards.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, George, because where you and Abby and Tommy ate today and got the slice of pizza. Connections. And then you have Communicore and all that. And even the little area surrounding where the wall statue is, I see a lot of people on their laptops. So it's almost like a business park.
Yeah. That part, it's almost like it was, and that was the thing with Chapek. He was a business guy. He came from consumer products. He worked in parks, but I don't think he really understood the parks too much.
No, he understood business, not parks.
Exactly. So I think, who knows, maybe with DeMauro stepping in as CEO and like, we're literally getting a whole shakeup, folks. Like, this is going to be very interesting. I do forgive me. I forget the two females' names, like at the top of my head, but, and also the guy, I have to really do my homework on these names because everyone is like just jumping everywhere. So the guy who worked in experiences with the cruise line stepped into the Disneyland resort as president and took over from Pot Rock.
Yeah.
He is now going to become
Thomas,
thank you. He's going to become Parks when DeMauro becomes CEO. Then the woman's name, I forget her name, the female, is taking over as president of the Disneyland Resort. And then there's another female who was in consumer products.
That's now taking over the international.
Is taking over the international park. So now we have to find someone to take over consumer products. We're getting a whole change up. So
it's ridiculous.
After this year, I'm very curious to see
oh God.
Where, and as I said, I have hopes. I really do. I have very high hopes, but I'm very curious to see how they each step into their role.
So I think out of all the roles that are side shifting forward, I think the two roles I'm going to be focused on the most is Thomas taking over Parks and Experiences, and this lady that used to be in charge of all the international parks and experiences coming to the Disneyland Resort as president. Those two roles I'm going to be looking at very, very hard.
I agree.
Because that's really what's going to change things. Because you have Thomas, which was...
Especially with Disneyland Forward in motion.
Yes. Yeah. Personally, maybe some of my dreams might come true. New people mover, extended monorail track.
Tomorrowland.
Exactly. Tomorrowland. God help us all.
I am very curious to see tomorrow what you think of when you see it in person of Magic Kingdom's Tomorrowland compared to Disneyland.
Well, I'll tell you right now, without even stepping foot in there, I could tell you it's 100 times better. Because at least they don't have a construction while they keep updating the damn concept art every couple months.
I can't believe that thing is still there.
At least they don't have that problem.
Yep.
But everybody have a wonderful night, and I will see you with George in 2 nights when we review Magic Kingdom and World Celebration of Epcot.
World Showcase.
Right. Yeah. World Showcase. And I might get lost in the Japan pavilion, quite literally.
And that's the thing too, because with Epcot, it always was just Future World and World Showcase.
Yeah.
There was no confusion. Now it's World Celebration, World Nature, World Discovery, World Showcase. It's like,
Well, hell, I said since George is a veteran, they should just call it World George or World Holo Gelato.
World Italiana. Well, they already have Italy, so I already have representation in there.
Well, they need to post your stickers everywhere in that land, and then we're good.
I'll take a statue.
Hey, even better.
I can just stand like this.
Oh my God. You imagine, seriously. Oh my God. Wouldn't that be funny? All right, guys. Have a good night, everybody.
We'll see you in 2 days.
Sounds good. See ya. I think